Subscribe as well, yeah? Huh?
Woy.
Subscribe, yeah? Do that, man. Do that. Notification bell, do all of them things. Subscribe. Enjoy the show. It's long. It's long, bro.
I'm going to get my hair cut straight after this.
I bet. I bet. We'll get into that in a minute.
Could give me in trouble.
Well, you've been tweeting a lot, though.
I have.
You've been tweeting a lot, bro.
I went life and death. What do you want me to say? Some things just have to be done. And who knows what it's going to cost me? Who knows?
It's a mad one still. But you're going, though?
I'm going.
Yeah,
I leave tomorrow.
You're going Cancun, right?
By the time this comes out.
Yeah, you'll be there.
I'll be in the air, at least.
No, you'll be there still.
Yeah.
You'll be there
I'm going
still.
Tulum as well, though.
You go where?
Tulum.
Is it?
Yeah. I am.
What, did you have to sign that one off as well, or is that
Tulum? Look, put it this way, yeah. I booked. How much of the truth am I telling here?
Do what you
do. What I need to do.
Do what you need to do.
Do what I need to do.
Yeah, do that.
I booked to go Cancun because I got FOMO, and everyone seems to be in Cancun.
Right.
And Tulum, them lot, loons and that's in Tulum.
Oh, they're there as well.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Marks and that's in Cancun.
Okay.
But it's an hour away. Like you just link.
They've just linked.
They've just linked yesterday.
So what are they? Are they going to separate again at some point?
Yeah. Or they'll probably come with us to Tulum. It just depends. It just depends. You gotta go where the wind blows.
Is this a coincidence, by the way? That them...
I think it was. So I remember getting a phone call. The only reason I didn't book this properly at the beginning was because I thought we was meant to have a boxing event the Saturday just gone. So I was just like, I can't go. So, because obviously I would need to be here for fight week, blah, 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 blah. Now, it ended up being that there's no fight week. But them lot have all booked separately to go. So Loons and that's gone from before, and they're in Tulum, all of that. Metro Boys, the party guys, all of that. Then you got Margs and Taze and them lots who's gone Cancun a couple days ago, or a few days ago. So as soon as I realised I wasn't going to have to be in some next city for fight week, I started to get FOMO,
Yeah. Understandable.
But, and I'll tell you what was the last straw for me. I saw on Fresh Go's Instagram, might have even been Losers, 8:30 a.m. or 9 a.m. they're toasting champagne toast, strawberries in the champagne flutes. And I just looked at myself and I thought, I can't do this. I can't watch it when I don't need to watch it.
Okay.
I could go.
Yeah.
I might have to dot some I's, cross some T's,
make
some people happy.
Yeah.
And organise some stuff to do it. But I can go.
It's hard. Do you know what it is, yeah? It's like, it's maybe easier to deal with when you just can't go.
When you've got no money.
When you got no money,
like, you
got plans, you got things going on, you might have something like a work commitment, there might be a wedding,
exactly.
Whatever it may be.
It was easier for me to not go before because I had boxing to deal with.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I didn't have boxing to deal with.
Right.
And Loons is there saying to me, why don't you just fly from Glasgow on the 26th? And I'm like, I ain't seen my family all month. So I'm taking that into account.
Yeah.
So then I think to myself, all right, cool, let's just have a think about this. Just try and do some family time. So this weekend just gone.
Family time.
Strongly
as well, strongly.
Yeah.
I mean... Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Friday... Saturday I had the Chelsea match to do, but I was back in the evening.
Yeah.
Sunday, pretty much whole day. So I thought to myself, as long as I can get in a certain amount of hours,
right? Yeah.
To almost justify being able to go again. Right. You're gone again.
Yeah.
So I did that, but it was already booked. But she knows it. She knows it's booked now, but she still don't know when I booked it. But because yesterday she said to me, "Have you booked your flight yet?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But as in, like, I said it too fast. So I think I think she kind of clocked. But either way, listen. Let me just tell you something. I have to live. There's a war.
Right.
There is a war happening.
I'm telling you
right now. I have to live as well.
And you know what? for me, I would always be on a vibe of, look, this is what I'm doing, but this is what we're doing.
That's it.
You get what I'm saying?
It.
Like,
So,
you can't just throw one thing in the pot and that's that. I'm gonna fling this in the pot here, but don't worry, because that's in the pot.
yeah,
and
went
that's
to
in
view
the
a
pot.
house on Saturday.
Right.
Sending me houses.
Right. You see it there?
That's what I mean. I'm not sure what this is gonna cost me. Like, as in, like,
It might cost you your knee.
it could cost everything.
It could cost you your knee.
It could cost everything.
That's not a cheap one either.
That's not.
I'll tell you that now. That is not a cheap
I could be,
one.
yeah, and you never recover.
Oh my God. My
never recover.
bona fide is going through that right now. And no matter how much racks is there, it's
That's it.
you know what? Because this is the thing, yeah. This is the interesting one as well, because I was talking to my mate about it a little bit, and we was just discussing like weddings and whatnot, yeah. And I think when it comes to marriage, yeah. Maybe you'll experience this later, or maybe you've seen this anyway. But you know, like if you've had one of your brethren get married in that, yeah, obviously it's nice. All right, your brethren might ring you and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna get married," and boom, 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 and you're like, "Okay, cool." Then you almost just forget about the fact that that's what's happening until the time comes near.
Yeah.
Whereas with women, from that point on, they are in preparation
They put
mode
the blinkers on,
every
bro.
single day. And you know what that does? What I've noticed, yeah, that causes a certain level of anxiety with the guy, because it's like, rah, I ain't even sorted out this, that, and I ain't done
I ain't
this,
even.
whatever.
Yeah, all I said is that. All I did is ask you to be my wife.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I just asked you if you'll be my wife.
Exactly.
And you said yes. Why are we now planning?
Right now.
I just said, will you be my wife?
And this is why
Will
they
you marry me?
Right, and this is why.
not even that deep.
Let's talk about that. This is why they get so pissed off when years later you ain't done it yet. Because they've planned it like it's happening.
We got to start doing that, you know.
What's
Being
that?
like, I just asked you
Right, that's it.
with a ring. I just asked.
Yeah.
Will you be my wife? Will you marry me? And you said yes. So what's this all? Why am I coming back in? And next week you're all looking at venues.
Right.
All I did is ask you. Look at venues when I asked you to look at venues.
Exactly. You know why they do that though? I'll tell you why. It's that, yeah. Because you see, when we was in our teenage years and whatever, yeah, and we was looking to the future, we was looking at racks, yards, whips, and a certain level of success that we just thought was success, innit? Yeah. See, for them, they were planning that.
Wedding.
They were planning that. So when you then propose to them, they already have an idea of what this looks like, because they planned it when they were 15.
Bro, they already know the type of food that's going to be at the weddings.
I'm telling you.
They know.
And
they know what they're going
know.
to call the tables.
Yes, exactly.
They know everything. They've already got this plan. They've been preparing for this day their whole life.
And their brethren knows. Do you know what? I'm going to get a slingshot for this, you know.
What, for
the door. Every time the door opens
No,
up.
there's a lock.
Is there?
I bought hooks. They haven't come yet, but I was going to stick
Hooks for what?
I was going to stick it on the door and for it to say like filming in progress, do not enter.
That don't make no sense. Just lock the door. Is that no one else is coming? The session that messed up was supposed to be in here. Island was supposed to be in here, but I put them in the other room.
He's probably
More
thinking
important than Island Records.
Right, I'm telling you, exactly. He's probably thinking that I'm onto him now. But, you know, I was thinking, because the other day when we was recording, this happened a bunch of times, and I thought, you know what? I wonder if there's a light slingshot I can just have by the door now. When someone comes
press
in,
a button.
straight to the forehead. But yeah, the brethrens know as well.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows everything in terms of like what they want. Marriage, they take this serious, more serious than we do.
Yeah.
We just kind of pull up, and we try to even not get too involved in the negotiations and the planning of it, because it's just all too much. We don't really care what the flower wall looks like. We don't really care like that. We're more worried about how much it costs.
Is there anything that we care about in it other than? I feel like the thing that we probably care about the most is the piss up. At the end.
Turn up. Is it open bar?
That's the bit.
That's it.
That's the bit.
I heard that will set you back at your wedding.
Oh my God.
But you have to have one. My wedding, and I'm not getting married. I want to make it clear. Get me? I'm not sure where this conversation stemmed from.
Right.
I'm not getting married. My wedding is probably going to have to be on shoops.com.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're going to need tickets.
What you saying is turning into
It
a
might be
proper dance?
sponsored by JD. You might see him in a Chuckie. Who knows?
What, like DJ EZ?
DJ Chuckie online. Listen, I'm being serious. It could be the latest thing ever, but it might be too expensive.
When I get married, I don't really. All it is I'll just be worried about the money.
Yeah, but think of how much.
I just want to know though, I think this is the predicament that I think enough men are in when it comes to getting, like, taking that step in this day in life, yeah, this day and age, is inflation's mad high. Obviously, not everyone's getting paid
Energy
money
prices.
like that. All of these type of things and whatnot, yeah. A lot of people are renting, yeah, and they're renting with their partner, yeah. They've been with their partner for years, renting, yeah. However, now, sometimes one partner is thinking, we need bricks and water. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need bricks and water. The other partner is thinking, we've been together for 7-8 years and you ain't got on the knee yet.
Yeah.
So now this is pressure. Because
Pressure.
I think that the most important thing is the bricks and water.
The love.
Yeah. And love.
Love.
Yeah. Love first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just say that.
And God.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, then also setting up the future properly and whatever, because you don't want to find yourself in a situation.
A wedding
where,
can set your future back.
that's a yard. So how do I now
Do you know why we
say
can't
to
play this
myself,
game?
I'm gonna spend a mortgage deposit on fun?
I'll tell you how you can't get away with this, and probably why I can't.
Go on.
Because we earn enough.
I know.
I've tried this argument. Bro, I have tried this one.
Yeah, but
So what I've had to go to is time.
Right.
Let's just all in due time. That's how I've made it this far.
I hear you,
But
but
you're running out of time. And I'll tell you when everyone else is going to really run out of time. When I do get married. Then the clock's really going to start ticking for a lot of people.
that's not for a
Savage
long. That
Dan.
is not for a long time though. I can't. That's not. I'm
who?
talking about you. That's not happening.
Do you think?
I think it's a light 8 years.
Before I get married?
Yeah.
Bro, you think I got 8 years?
I think you got, yes, I do. Don't get it twisted. I don't think that
You're going to get me in some big fucking trouble here. If you think I've got 8 years from here.
how long do you think you got?
3?
What?
3.
No, there's no way.
Bro, you don't understand what
There's
it took
just no way.
to get this trip to Cancun
just no way.
verified, bro.
There's just no way. There's just no way.
I think
But-
it's going to have to be.
But
Listen, if it was up to us, if it was up to men, almost none of us would be married. It's just not our story.
yeah.
It's just not really for us. It's more for them. If you can get married for free,
Oh God, yeah.
then we might all be married.
Yeah. If
But
you
as
got,
it
yeah,
stands-
if you got like, if you could do a brand deal, if you get like
Brands need to
sponsorship,
start sponsoring weddings.
this
you know?
is it, bro. I think that's the move, you know.
What kind of brands would sponsor a wedding?
Bacardi.
Yeah?
Bacardi would sponsor a light wedding. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It depends on your bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Alcohol companies, alcohol brands.
Boxer might all, because you know why? If you can
Married in a 22-foot ring.
right, exactly. Exactly.
Red corner.
And you can get a young boxers to make a few a light appearance
Yeah.
with a quick, I don't know, a light
That's it.
Instagram post or something.
I could walk, or even a walk down the ring walk is the marriage walk.
Right, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
before the main event, we can get
fireworks.
We
and
can
that.
cut costs right out of
We
this.
say fireworks and that. It's just coming with the lights.
Married
and
up. I get married at the flipping the white and flipping Tyson Fury undercard.
shit. Yeah.
It could happen though.
Hey, I think that's a
Listen.
thing. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if someone's already done that. To be honest with you, that would probably be influencers or whatever. We're just taking it away from you quickly, yeah. Well, I was saying this to someone else also, because like I know that there's people that have had like these debates about, you know, a person not necessarily wanting to get married or not caring about marriage, and I think women take that as in like, well, you don't want to marry me and you don't love me, yeah. To which, do you know what my take is on that?
Yeah.
I think that it is more of a stronger, it's more of a beautiful thing that a man would say, it's not even really my thing. Like, marriage is not my thing. But do you know what? I love you though. And this means a lot to you. So because of that, I'm prepared to take that step with you because I love you and I know that this is going to make you happy, as opposed to it being just tradition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, like, oh, you know what, it's just tradition, we've been together for a long period of time, you just get married, that's just the thing to do. That's dead.
Ultimately, I think a lot of men do get married because they love the girl so much, not because they want to get married.
Not because they want to get married. So you're supposed to take that as the biggest compliment, not as the tradition thing. The tradition, that's dead. But when you think about it,
we don't get no credit. We never have. We don't get credit.
Keep going.
We just don't get credit. You know, we don't get credit for proposing. Even after 10 years, 15 years.
True.
Yeah? We still deserve credit because we've done 10, 15 years.
Right.
We're not getting no credit. It's almost as if we're expected to do this.
Yeah.
As a man, I feel underappreciated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's about time.
I hear it. The tables turn.
That's it. You want to marry me so much, want to get married so much, ask me.
Yeah, right.
Ask me.
So that's the next thing, because you know that one always keeps coming up about flipping, like, you know, a woman is never getting on her, she's just never getting on her knee. But you know what though? Can I be honest?
It's happened though, numerous times.
I'm all right with that. Don't just. Do you know what? The thought of me being out with my girl and she just gets on one knee in front of people and that, like,
surely
there's married man.
It can't be them on one knee.
I just know whatever woman I'm with, her timing would be absolutely horrid.
Yeah.
When it comes to, I just don't know if there's a woman that has the right timing for that.
I don't want you to get on a knee regardless. If you're proposing to me, you can't be on a knee. You're going to have to just slide the ring across the table or something. None of this getting on one knee.
This time her knee, and then after that her knee's black.
Get me.
Because she's wearing a dress.
And you know how we're at the age now with bare them getting bad knees.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't even get on one knee.
Exactly.
The cartilage is all mashed now because you got on one knee. You stayed
Exactly.
Like 30 seconds.
Yeah, man. I'm just not really.
Listen, I think if you want to get married as a guy, well done. If you don't, and you're still getting married, well done. Like, as in just well done to men worldwide, man. I feel like we're hanging in there. Even if you don't want to get married, enough men that are married don't want to be married.
Yeah.
I know bare of them.
Yeah.
Bare.
What the thing is though, other than finances, why would somebody not want to get married?
I think it's like the final boss.
Yeah. And
it's contracts. Let's be honest. Like, people never used to get married because no commoners was getting married old school. That's not no normal people. You got married into families.
Right,
like it was position stuff, and then it's become like one of the things that all us working class people decide. Now let's get married. It shows love, symbol of love. But really, our symbol of love is the 10 years before the marriage. Anyway,
right.
It's like the marriage is just the ring, the contract, and your money leaving your account.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, you've been married, more likely.
Yeah.
If you was living together, if you've got kids or whatever it is, you live, like, you're married, man.
Yeah.
Just without the contract.
So now, when you look at the contract side of it, then yeah.
It don't favour us.
Huh?
The contract's not favouring us.
Depends on if you're pre-numping.
Now we're talking.
Right, if you're pre-numping.
you pre-numping.
But you know what? Am I pre-numping?
We might have to.
Depends on how much. It depends how racked up I am prior to that moment, innit? But I'd like to believe that I'm not. I'd like to believe that I'm not going to pre-nump it, innit, yeah? But let me just say this. There must be times, though, where the pre-numping backfires on man.
On man or on...
Let me land, yeah? We've pre-numped it now. Got married and whatnot. The missus starts a thing. And it goes mad.
But surely the prenup thing, she's not seeing it at the altar. she must know because she has to sign it.
Yeah, but then this is what I'm saying. So if her thing goes mad, then as the prenup,
you mean
her money goes. She starts hurting. So you.
Well, you're gonna have to write that. You gotta write that in the contract. Be like, listen, you can't take half of mine, but like.
Wait, I'm not gonna. I'd love to hear stories. I would like to hear stories like that.
I know how these contracts work. You gotta have.
You can't get none of mine.
You gotta have clauses that trigger next clauses. Like I'm set. This is a contract. If
you hit couple mil, then there's a clause that kicks in.
I may as well. Whilst we're pre-numping, we may as well start throwing in the rest. If you're not cooking 3-4 times a week and that consecutively for 16 weeks, you don't meet that, triggers section A, blah, 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 blah. Like, you may as well do this properly then. Like, you gotta put clauses in there that you know are gonna get triggered.
Yeah. That's too funny.
Well, prenups, I don't know. Obviously, a lot of wealthy guys get it. I'm not sure if you're allowed to get a prenup if you've been with the girl from before you had money. You're allowed to, but as in, like, I'm not sure if it's best practice and it's frowned upon.
Before you've had money, so
if you've been with her when you were down, and then obviously you run into money and all of that, could be anyway. You know, leave that off the hook. If you run into money, that could be a delivery. If you run into money, but whilst you're with her, like she's not helped you build it, but she was there. She supported you.
Yeah.
Then you shouldn't get a prenup.
No,
really. But if you met her while she was already racked up,
yeah, then you nump up. Yeah, you nump up then. But yeah, that's the thing. I always say that as well. Taking all the jokes aside and that, yeah, I think if I'm not up like that, and I get married, and then I'm up in that, she deserves it.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? Because,
and to be fair, even if I was up, you know how like guys just make bad decisions. You probably wouldn't. Prenup is a hard conversation to have, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Because you're just telling her, listen, I'm protecting myself from you, essentially.
Because the reason why it's a hard conversation to have, because you're essentially saying, if
this goes tits up,
and you're not supposed to get married with the ifs. You're not supposed to get married with an if. It's supposed to be till death do us part. Yeah. There's not supposed to be no. So, but I'm just letting you know, there can't be no, babes, just in case of or I'm just letting you know that, nah, there can't be any of that. What's going on here? My man's got to come in.
No, he can't get back in.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a label next door. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to start kicking. If watch out.
Do you not have a sign that says there's a studio there?
But no one can't read.
It's mad that people come round here, because it's like, you got to come
They're
more out
used
of
to
your
coming
way.
into this room.
Right,
that's what it is.
Okay. But yeah, anyway, I do love a good wedding though. I can't lie. I've been to wasn't it, I swear there was one where I spoke to you one time and you was at a wedding, I swear, and I needed to do something in the studio and you was blasted off your face, blood.
This could have been. I had 2 weddings in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I remember that period.
Could have been either.
I love a good wedding though, man. My brethren, Martin Too Smooth DJ, he had a wicked wedding. Oh, he had one of my favorite weddings I've ever been to, amazing. And it was a free bar.
That's the thing. That's it.
It was a free bar. You know when you got the brethren that can just say, you know what, everyone, see tonight, I got it.
Yeah.
You know when you got one of the man them that could do that.
Yeah.
Oh my! I need one of them at my wedding. I need someone. I need one of you lot to come through and say, you know what, tonight. It's on me.
What, at your wedding?
Yeah, I need one of them.
But the open bar is usually arranged by you.
Yeah, but I need someone who's going to be generous enough to
just run you 5 bags
and just say 5. 5.
5 what? 5 for a bar?
We're looking at maybe 15.
What for a bar?
Yeah, man, a light Ace. Well, I don't know how much people are drinking Ace.
I'll go Costco then. If we're doing it like that, I'll go Costco.
I'll
go Costco and get 5 bags worth of drinks. Just line it up. Buffet.
I hear that.
That's crazy.
Anything else? Is there anything that anyone needs to know about? Honourable shout out to Central C, by the way. Big look.
Yeah, number 1. Is that number 1?
Yeah, he went number 1. Big him up every time. I was also thinking this as well, actually. You know, like he's gone number one with his mixtape and that, yeah? Am I wrong in saying, like, because people have gone number one with their mixtape, yeah? This is going to sound like such a weird thing to say. But like, this is going to sound mad because I don't want this to ever come across like I'm taking away from anyone's achievement at all. I think it's completely amazing. It's just where my brain was going, yeah? I was thinking to myself, maybe you should just call it an album.
There's a very... It's not what it used to be anyway. Like, there's only a small difference now between mixtapes, EPs, and
I just think it's just exactly the same, yeah? But the reason why I was thinking, maybe you should just call it an album is only because I do feel in some way in my mind, in a weird way, yeah, it sounds just impressive, like extra impressive, like the album has gone number one as opposed to the mixtape. Purely because...
I think about it the other way around.
No, the reason why I know that some people will say the other way around is because it's like, essentially, this is just my mixtape, yeah? So I didn't even put my all into it. But then that adds an extra bit of pressure now for the next one, because the one that you put your effort into, if that doesn't happen, then how does it look?
I'm a mixtape man before an album man anyway. I think albums sometimes you get a bit too much polish on them and you overproduce them. I've seen a lot of people, remember we're from like this is rap, grime, drill, whatever it is, like you try to overproduce stuff like that and get that album sound. Sometimes you get it wrong and it don't deliver the same way a mixtape would. Mixtape's just kind of your raw inhibitions.
Yeah, but do you know what? I hear that, but I don't. Do you know why? Because I think that is a lot in their own mind. Really?
Yeah.
Do you know why? I think Central C, just using him as an example, yeah, he'll put together, the next one could be his album. I think the album will probably be cold. Just as cold as the mixtape, yeah? But I don't think that there'll be much of a difference. I don't think that he'll go there with like, I don't believe that like, he'll say, see on this album, okay, I could be wrong, and I might be giving you an idea here, but like, I don't see in my mind him saying, you know what, so when I go and do the album, this is going to be literally a themed album. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be themed, there's going to be, like intros and interludes, and like there's going to be a whole bunch. I think that it's probably going to be around the same. It'll probably be lyrically better, if anything. There will be a great marketing campaign. There'll be like some sick things around it. Yeah. But as a project in itself, in years later, when you come back, it's probably going to be kind of around the same. Yeah. The only reason why I say it is just that like, it's just like, the mentality of making an album is that. So it's like, you know what? I put my all into this and I got the number one. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. As opposed to me saying, I gave you a light thing. I gave you a light thing. No, but does that make sense? You get what I'm saying?
It adds pressure. It definitely adds a bit of pressure. But I think when you're in album mode, you know the album you're trying to create. Usually, mixtapes are just tunes you've been making over the last few months that all of a sudden you can find a way to merge them together and it sounds good as a body of work. You usually don't make a mixtape setting out thinking.
But I think you're talking from an older perspective.
I'm just talking from a creation perspective. I see how many people come in and they just make tunes.
Okay.
And all of a sudden,
as a man who's you in the studio, yeah, and you're still hearing that, yeah. Be honest.
Yeah.
Be very honest, yeah. So see, like with certain artists that you've been working with in the studio, and I'm talking about the ones that are like taking their thing proper seriously, or whatever. Ones that have made an album, ones that have made a mixtape or whatnot. Like, when it comes to the younger bucks, how different has their process been when they've come in from doing the mixtape to doing the album? Not their energy, the process. Be honest.
Not much.
Right.
Yeah, not much. The older lot did, but then again,
do you know why?
The older lot would get lazy. The older lot would get lazy. They'll just pull up with that. They'll just be like, "Oh shit, I've got 16 tracks here."
Yeah.
What order do I have to get this in for it to feel like an album? I've seen that like 3-4 times.
Young bucks though, I feel like, or the younger generation, like when I say the young, I'm talking about 19, 20, whatever. They wouldn't have been privy to like what an actual mixtape is like that. Yeah. They know, like. They hear mixtape and album.
Yeah.
they might know EP.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think, I don't even think they call their EP a mixtape.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, well, the majority don't really know anyway. I just think they just go in the studio and just cook, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then it becomes, the album drops when it feels right to drop the album. So it's like this idea of, you know what, yeah, I'm new, so I can't just give an album. I have to do a mixtape, or it has to be a mixtape. So I go and I record a bunch of songs, whatever, put them together, and then I record a mixtape. Boom, they've recorded a mixtape. What if that is done? It's a mixtape. Then like the buzz is a little bit more. So then they're like, well, we can't do an album yet. We just need to do it again. So then they do it again until the buzz is right. Yeah. And then when it's time for the album, they just do the same thing again, but the buzz is different. So they say, because the buzz is loud now, I'm calling this one the album because the buzz is loud.
It depends. Sometimes you remember with your albums, you're usually a bit more particular about who produces it. Just little things like that. I'm just talking the small nuances. Right. So as in like, rather than that be him making that one, mixtapes, you can throw them together. You can have 10 producers on one mixtape. Albums, you tend to like really like compress it a bit more so that you get a similar sound. Or you should.
Yeah, they don't.
But they don't. They don't.
That's what I'm saying. So this
but I reckon he will.
I believe his thing's so up, he probably will. Like, he seems like he's got a good team around him, and I think that and you know what as well, I feel like he will probably even look at like elements of what Dave's done and that as well, probably have him on board doing certain things or whatnot. Mm-hmm. I got faith in him, innit? I think that like, it's more, this is not about him, by the way. This is just more the mentality. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when I saw like, we've heard people get in good chart positions with mixtapes, and I like that. I do like that. But at the same time, I hope this is clear when I say this and it doesn't sound like I'm knocking the door. It's just like the number one album.
Yeah,
like it's the number one album is like, that's a special thing because the mixtape is just your mixtape.
Yeah.
The album traditionally is supposed to be the staple piece.
But it will come. It will get it.
No, okay, I know. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
I want to take it away from him because I don't want it to sound like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like the album is the staple piece.
We're old school though. We're old school.
But I don't know what's happening here, but I feel like they're doing the same thing as well. Let me be honest with you. See that generation, the older generation, I think sometimes they call it a mixtape because they're scared.
Yeah. Or but
because you know what? No, wait. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Yeah. They don't want to say it's the album because they're shook. Because if it doesn't do well, your staple piece did not do well. If your mixtape did not do well, the mentality behind the mixtape is, well, it was just my mixtape.
If we're talking about rap,
back yourself.
I always preferred mixtapes to albums.
Same.
Always.
Same. But no, I mean, look, there's some incredible
crazy albums out there. But I'm saying, if we're looking at rap, I always found like Joe Budden's best work was in his mixtapes.
Right. Yeah. There's certain artists. That's certain artists.
Even Drake, in my opinion, his best work might have been in his mixtapes.
Yeah, but he's got staple pieces.
He's the biggest one.
Kendrick's got staple and
yeah.
Because the samples couldn't be cleared though.
Yeah, I'll say okay, but that's a whole different thing. So like, okay, you're opening up a different kind of worms here. See with yeah, exactly. To see with the samples thing and that, yeah, then I could understand then. Oh, I'm calling that a mixtape because I'm putting this out regardless.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen now. Everyone's getting everything. It's going through the proper channels as if it is an album, with almost a lot of the time album mentality. Yeah. Some just don't call it an album because they are scared. They will call it a mixtape because it's just, you can just get
it's less pressure.
It's just less pressure. Yeah. And I fully understand that. Yeah. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? Back yourself. Call it that. Just call it that. Because you know what? In the long run, what it sold, no one cares about. Yeah. People only care about that in the first week. Some people do. Mm-hmm. Or the chart position is amazing for the first week. You see, in years to come, like anyone that talks about their favorite album never talks about the chart position, ever. Yeah. They never do. They never say it sold this amount or it went this chart position. They just talk about the impact that the album made in life, how it changed things, what it did for them, and also what it did for the artist, and also their emotional connection to that time and that body of work. Do you get me? But I don't know. I'll keep going on about that. I'll probably talk to someone else about that at some point. Oh, you can't ask me that. I'm a music man. I've got too many of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, flipping. Is there anything that anyone needs to know about?
No.
Seen anything? A brand? No. I need to come a little bit more prepared for this actually.
Trends.
Oh, there actually is a trainer, yeah. Time ago, you weren't here, but I was having a conversation with someone about like, why is it so difficult to create a trainer brand from fresh? Like, it's like people don't really fuck with them. But there's a brand that gave me some trainers from before, yeah. But they got a cold one. What were they called? Oh, you're gonna have to mute this bit out. Right. Do you know what? I can't remember the name of it, but it's gonna be, if you're watching this, it's gonna be on the screen now. They've got this boot. Put this boot there. Yeah? Put it there. Or wherever it is, yeah. Put it somewhere. That's cold. I really like it. Yeah. And if you're listening, then I'll pull it in the bio or some shit like that, or like in the description so you can see it. Just so, you know what I mean, I don't alienate you. Subscribe as well, yeah? Huh? Subscribe, yeah? Do that, man. Do that. Notification bell, do all of them things. Subscribe. Enjoy the show.